What we've seen since the second wave are people, startups, companies, non-profits join hands to volunteer their time and money for this war against coronavirus. Mission Oxygen is just one of them. Think of it as a startup. It started only 10 days ago and has already raised 34 crore rupees. You have about 200 to 250 entrepreneurs, professionals in Delhi, Gurgaon, joining hands with just one mission in mind: oxygen. And what has happened last night is a massive shipment, maybe one of the largest to arrive in Delhi, of oxygen concentrators. 800 oxygen concentrators, all of them donated to hospitals as well as nursing homes. To put this in perspective for you, ladies and gentlemen, that means 800 lives can be saved with these concentrators. I'm going to be interviewing live one of the founding members, Varun Agarwal, who's with us live right here on Startup Central. Varun, thank you so much for giving us your time. It's been a busy day. I had interviewed your twin brother, Rahul, just very recently when you guys were just starting out in Mission Oxygen. You still hadn't seen a shipment arrive in India, but now 800 oxygen concentrators. What did it take? What kind of hospitals have got these concentrators? How did you do the deployment? How did you choose the hospitals?
First of all, thanks for having me here with you today. So I'd like to give you a brief update about that. So we've been approached by hospitals, government hospitals, private hospitals, nursing homes, COVID care facilities, NGOs from all over, not just Delhi or NCR, from all over the India. At present, our requirement, the estimated requirement which we have received till now is of more than 18,000 oxygen concentrators. We have already started distribution of that. We have done, as you already mentioned, that we received a consignment of 800 oxygen concentrators, and the distribution is already ongoing right now as I'm talking to you. We are giving them out to the government hospitals. We are giving them out to NGOs, and all of them going to happen by latest by tomorrow. And it is going to be a big thing for us because, this is what we all have been working towards for the last 10 days. I think last time when Rahul came and he spoke to you about that is when we was trying to solve all the puzzles. And now with the fundraising which has happened, we have raised 34 crores. We have already placed the orders of more than 6,000 oxygen concentrators, and we expect them to be in India by the 20th of May. And as soon as they come, we're going to do the pan-India distribution of that as well. And it is very important to note that, right now, the oxygen problem is a huge problem. Hospitals are running literally by a supply of 2 hours or 1 hour. And we are trying our best along with our 250 entrepreneurs friends who are helping us in this cause. Everybody is trying to do the most of it. We are speaking to NGOs. We are also giving out many of these OCs to these to NGOs today as well. So that is all under works right now. And we feel that our contribution in this has been a little, in the sense that we are working towards it. It's a step-by-step procedure. We have done 150 distribution till now. 800 is already here, and another 5,000 will happen probably in a span of, let's say, 15 days from today.
Okay, so by 20th of May, you're talking about nearly 10,000 oxygen concentrators that you're planning to distribute in Delhi as well as other parts. Now, Varun, what has happened also is, yes, Delhi NCR continues to be gasping for, oxygen, but you've seen new hotbeds. There are problems that are now coming up, for example, in cities like Bengaluru. Are you looking at those cities as well? Because the reason I'm asking is most of you who have gotten together are primarily from Delhi and Gurgaon.
Correct, and it doesn't limit us. When we started it out, to be honest, we never thought that we'll come to at this stage. The initial goal was for 500 oxygen concentrators, but as this Mission Oxygen, this initiative of ours grew, and so did the demand which we received from all across the country. We have received the requirement from Bangalore, Maharashtra, Bihar, Telangana, Uttar Pradesh, everywhere. And, we are working in sync with all the governments. We are working in sync with all the hospitals, smaller nursing homes, everybody. And, we are trying our level best to get these oxygen concentrators in India as soon as possible, because we know, the sooner we get them on land, the sooner we'll be able to distribute them, and sooner we'll be able to save more lives. and it is not confined to Delhi or NCR. It is going to go pan India, and for that, we have tied up with Om Logistics, who have come forward to help us with that pan India free of cost. And I have to point out, even at the government level, custom level, everybody here, they are helping us. Nobody, I have not heard a single no in the last 10 days. It is everybody in the country, they are coming forward, from top banks, top logistics companies, DHL, delivery, everybody, everybody's coming together with us to help India breathe again.
And can you tell us how the public can help? I'm asking you this question because I know you are accepting donations, you have gotten donations, you've managed to raise 34 crore rupees primarily by crowdfunding. Tell us more about that, because the fact is, because of this demand, oxygen concentrators are getting more expensive.
Correct. So it's very simple, So I like to state one more thing, everybody wants to help right now. It's not necessary that if anybody wants to help, they need to sort out the supply chain, logistics, and everything. It's not necessary that that everybody has to go down to China or to wherever they're able to find OCs and procure them. We have sorted that out. We know these vendors. We are vetting them. We are checking their certificates. Our entire team. There's a team of 40 people right now in China, checking all these factories. They're inside the factories. They're checking the product. They're making sure the deliveries are happening on time. There's another team who's looking into logistics. They're making sure that the flights are taking on board. What we are also doing right now for that, we're getting all the charters booked so that there's no delay. So complete charters we are booking now. The 800 one which came yesterday, again, it was a complete charter which we booked. So coming to your question again, if anybody is willing to help us or any other NGO, who is doing a good cause, support them. And to support us, Mission Oxygen, it's very easy. You can go to missionoxygen.org and you can find all the relevant data about us, what we are doing. There's a button for donate now. You can click on that button. You will go to our fundraiser program campaign, which is on Keto, and you can make whatever size of donation you want to make. You can even go log on to our Instagram account and you can see where all the deliveries are happening right now, when the shipments are arriving. Everything is being handled in a very transparent manner, and this is the objective. The point is, everything needs to be done in a fraction of a second. Everything needs to be done fast so that the impact is there, so that we can save lives right now.
Right. Varun, the other question I want to ask you is that won't you also need help from more volunteers when it comes to logistics, working with the hospitals? You have now started with Delhi. You're going to have to get these concentrators to other parts like you're talking about as well, and you want to do. That's part one of the question. The second I want to ask you is, there's been a controversy which the government has completely denied and has said has been blown out of proportion, that everything is being cleared super fast. What was your experience? Did anything get stuck at the warehouse? Anything get stuck with customs?
No. I have to say the government has been very supportive. Even the entire custom department has been very supportive. Our shipment landed last night and they were very helpful. Our shipment was able to get cleared ASAP on a priority basis. The custom department, they themselves worked in the night, in the morning, and we had the whole cargo of these 800 oxygen concentrators by 10:45 in our warehouse. So I have to mention here, everybody at the government level, everybody at every level, even at the volunteers level, everybody wants to help right now. I haven't met a single guy who has come and told us, okay, I'm not going to help you, because, they understand the gravity of the situation. The gravity of the situation is bad right now. And India is suffering right now. If you have to ask somebody for oxygen, that's bad. We don't want that right now, and nobody does want that right now. So any volunteer who wants to come up and help us, it's very easy. Just reach us out on our Instagram handle, or you can just write back to us. And we need help. We need helping hands, because if we are going to take this mission pan India, we need more volunteers. We need more hands to be able to execute it in a very timely, systematic manner. And only with the help of, again, with the government authorities, this is possible. Otherwise, we can place orders what we want, we can do the fundraise, but if we don't get the support from every corner of our country, we can never pull this off, right? We can't do that. And this is where, and this is how we've been able to accomplish where we are right now. A lot of celebrities have come forward to support our cause. A lot of cricketers have come forward to support our cause, and it feels an immense responsibility on our shoulders right now. We have to do what we are doing, and we have to keep carrying forward with this round.
My final question to you, Varun, before I let you go, you're saying that the public can track their live donations, they can see exactly all the help that you're doing. You've done your first test, you had a beta of sorts, which was a small shipment. You got the big shipment now, which you are in the process of deploying and giving out and distributing to hospitals and NGOs and nursing homes in Delhi. I'll make this my final question, this is going to be, how do you decide which hospitals? Because I'm sure the larger ones would want to come up and take the full consignment if the specs match, etc. How are you deciding that? One
very important thing which we need to understand here is that the requirement pan-India could be in excess of 100,000 oxygen concentrators. We are procuring 6,000, and we are trying our best to help everybody. We are getting requirements from private hospitals, smaller nursing homes, and they have a huge requirement as well. There's a dedicated team who basically checks all of these things. How many ICU beds do you have? What is the oxygen supply you are getting right now? What is the current situation you have? And then there is a whole committee which basically goes through that process. And then it is not something that we can plan from 15 days ahead, because the situation is changing. Now, what we are trying to do, we are planning and we are deciding on the basis of the current shipment which we receive. So we knew that the shipment is coming today, right? So we took that decision. Okay, now we already did the first round of vetting. Now we already started the process 2 days ago to understand now, okay, where are we going to allot these? We are not giving out a full handover of the entire requirement what they have to one NGO or one government facility or one even a private organization. No, we are not doing that. We are trying to divide the requirement into multiple hospitals so that the reach can be more and we can impact more hospitals. We can even help them out, right now, because we feel that distribution is a very key role right now, and this is what we are doing right now.
And keep doing what you're doing. We need more Samaritarians, more volunteers, more people to come together. That's the only way we're going to beat coronavirus, and India will emerge victorious. Thanks a lot, Varun, for taking the time out. I know it's a busy day for you, a lot that you had to do. We really appreciate the time. The idea was, of course, to amplify the work the organizations like Mission Oxygen are doing. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short commercial break. On the other side, we've got another COVID warrior. It's Mila. How it's crowdsourcing, how it has raised 40 crores in the last 10 days. What is it doing with the money? What can you do? Stay tuned.